What is good, YouTube? We are back with another banger. As y'all can tell, we got Killer Roommate Has No Idea, CCTV Caught Everything. Sounds like a good little entertaining video. Should be. Seems like a good reaction. Let's stop the app and let's get right into the video.
Hi, ma'am. Giselle, right? Okay. So I'm Detective Noel. Okay. I have a couple of detectives here with me from Orlando. Okay.
How are you?
Good. So I have a
Right
search
next to
warrant to take your DNA.
This is the
To
moment
take your
police
DNA is
finally
crazy.
confront Giselle Victoria Gonzalez. 2 years after her roommate vanished
2
without a
years?
trace, she looks calm and cooperative. What she doesn't realize is the investigators already
Damn,
know
them
the
niggas put
truth.
up-
Because back in
them niggas put a
2022, while
business
she was
casual
telling
on her
police her
ass.
roommate had simply disappeared, CCTV cameras were quietly recording everything. Every stop, every purchase, every lie. At the time,
Bro.
there was no body, no crime scene, and no arrest, so she walked free, moved on with her life, believing she had gotten away with murder. But now, sitting across from detectives, the story she's been repeating for years is about to collapse.
Giselle, I want to talk to you.
Doesn't make a lot of sense, does it?
No tiene sentido, ¿verdad?
No.
It would almost seem like you're hiding something.
What happened to your hands?
We don't know much about either of the women involved in this tragic case, but we do know that Runalady Madina Pacheco and Giselle Victoria Gonzalez were both born in the Dominican Republic. In late 2022, Giselle lived in the Cadence Crossing apartment complex on Curry Ford Road in Orlando, Florida. Earlier that day, Runalady, or Rooney as she was known, traveled to the United States for a long-term visit. It's unclear if they were friends or just acquaintances from back home. Whatever the case, Rooney moved in with Giselle. They didn't spend much time in the apartment because they both worked, but the living situation was apparently tense and contentious. Rooney showed up to work her shift on December 24th, 2022, like she always did. According to her boss, she was a rock-solid employee who rarely missed a day. She was scheduled to work on Christmas Day as well, but she never showed up for that shift or for her other scheduled shifts that week. This was a
On Christmas Day, though, I feel like that would have not been like too crazy. Or I feel like people would have not like paid too much attention to that. Like you missing work on Christmas Day would be like they might check in with you a little bit, but like who's really thinking like, oh, okay, like she might be missing and she might be whatever. If I'm a hirer or a manager or whatever, and like let's just say a coworker misses Christmas Day, me personally, I'm gonna be like, okay, well, she might have just missed. Like, she might just be, spending time with her kids, spending time with her family, But that's just me,
was a red flag because she was
'Cause who
such
would
a
really be
diligent
thinking, like,
employee.
oh, like,
Rooney
something
also
could've,
kept
like,
in touch with her
actually
family back
happened.
in the Dominican Republic on a daily basis. Staying in contact was even more important that December because she was going to be with them over the holidays. Rooney's mother called around 9 p.m. on December the 25th to wish her a Merry Christmas. But to her surprise, another woman answered the phone. Whoever it was told her that Rooney wasn't there in a gruff and altogether unpleasant voice, and the rude woman hung up abruptly before she could ask where her daughter was. We'll never know exactly what transpired between the two women in the apartment they shared earlier that day, but on December 27th, 39-year-old Giselle Victoria Gonzalez contacted the Orlando police to report that she had not seen her 42-year-old roommate Rooney for 2 days.
hell no.
Shortly thereafter,
She
officers
reported
went to
it?
the
That's
apartment to
crazy.
see if Giselle could shed any light on the disappearance.
Hello, OPD.
The officers didn't stay long, but Giselle told them that she heard Rooney talking to someone on the phone Christmas morning, but that she was gone later when she knocked on her door to check on her. Surprisingly, she admitted that she had gotten into a serious argument the week before when Rooney accused her of stealing $3,000 from her bedroom. Investigators contacted Rooney's family in the Dominican Republic to see if they could talk to her, if they knew where she was, or had any idea what might have happened to her. But they were just as baffled as the investigators, and they were all worried sick because it wasn't like her to fall off the radar, especially during the holiday season. Rooney's husband said that he knew something was wrong when she failed to show up for a video chat they had scheduled for 11:45 on Christmas morning. Another relative said Rooney was upset the last time that she had talked to them because she knew Ezell had stolen the missing $3,000 from her bedroom. With a suspicious missing person on...
I'm telling you, they was beefing over something. You don't just end up missing just because. 3 bands, that's I don't know, for some people that might just be enough to take you out. 3 bands is crazy though. But I'm trying to think, if she was mad about the 3 bands, that means you killed her because she found out you took the 3 bands and then you killed her. Over 3 bands is kind of crazy, I'm not gonna lie.
On their hands, investigators from the Orlando Police Department returned to the apartment the following week. And this time, they couldn't help but notice that the story had changed. They had no idea where Rooney was, but Customs and Immigration records showed that she hadn't used her passport to leave the country. Next, investigators used GPS data from her cell phone to track her movements. Interestingly, they got an exact match when they compared the data from Rooney's phone with the data from Ezell's phone on Christmas Day. And that was just the tip of the iceberg, because investigators eventually made a number of equally suspicious discoveries. First, they found a security camera footage which showed Ezell buying a chainsaw at a home improvement store just up the road from their apartment, the one that she shared with Rooney. And later that evening, a camera at Walmart a few blocks away captured her buying heavy-duty trash bags, rubber gloves, and dish soap. The purchases did not prove that Ezell had anything to do with Rooney's disappearance, but along with the discrepancies in her story, there was more than enough to cast serious doubt about her version of events. Detective Patrick Kavanaugh made an unannounced visit to Ezell's workplace on Monday, January the 8th of 2023, less than 2 weeks after she called the police to report Rooney missing.
Have you heard anything? No.
I think you told me good news.
No, I was hoping so too. So, what time do you get to work today?
Huh?
What time do you get done today? ¿A qué hora sale el trabajo hoy?
Ya casi.
Ya, ¿cómo que hora?
Ya voy a salir casi ya. Ya a las 5, 10 minutos.
Oh, okay. She said like 10 minutes. We'll wait for you inside.
Okay.
Yeah, is that okay? Okay, all right. Cool. This is my partner, Elvin. Giselle. So we get some new stuff. So I was wondering, would you come back to the station?
Tenemos información nueva en el caso, o sea, quieren saber si te puede venir para atrás, para la estación.
¿Para la estación? Sí.
Sí, hablar con nosotros.
¿A qué hora? What time?
No, ahora sí puede.
No.
Si tiene tiempo.
After a brief conversation in the parking lot, she accompanied him to the police station. Almost immediately, Detective Kavanaugh confronted her with the damning GPS data and asked her about the security camera footage at the 2 stores she visited.
It's a 25-minute video, but I promise you the interaction lasted like 30 minutes. It just seems like she just cracked under pressure
on Christmas Day.
Okay, all right. So we just want to go over some new things that have come out, and we're trying to figure this out. We're trying to find her still, you know. Maybe you can help us out with some of the stuff that we found. So, okay. So we looked at Rooney's phone locations, right?
Chequeamos todas las locaciones del teléfono de ella.
And if I had to, it looks almost like, well, let me put it this way. On the 26th, the phone shows at a place, okay, at about 6 o'clock in the morning, all right? And it's a store, and so we went to that store, and we have some video from there. What do you think we saw in that video?
¿Entendiste lo que él dijo?
Que fueron al store, a una tienda.
So
Que yo fui, o que ella fue.
she said, I don't know, that she was there, or that Rooney was there, or they were there.
Well, I mean...
Actually, I said, what do you think the video is going to show? And that's what she just said. She said, I don't know, I was there, or Rooney was there, or we were both there.
Is it both? Were you with Rooney there?
I don't know. Dígame usted.
¿Estaba con Rooney ese día o no?
No.
No.
¿No estaba con ella?
No.
¿No?
But would it show you there?
¿Ah?
¿Tú crees que el video va a enseñar que tú estabas ahí?
Posiblemente. Sí, yo fui a una tienda en la mañana.
Okay, she said she did go to a store in the morning. ¿A qué hora fuiste?
Faced with nearly undisputable evidence, Ezel admitted to buying what she referred to as a motorized machine to cut trees. In other words, a chainsaw. She admitted going to Walmart too, but she claimed she didn't actually buy anything there.
Did she go to Walmart on the 26th?
Fuiste a Walmart el día 26.
Sí, sí.
For what?
Okay.
¿A qué hora? Sí, antes de entrar a trabajar creo que sí fui a Walmart.
She said
Pero
she thinks she went before she went to
no.
work on that Monday.
For what? What did she buy?
¿Y qué compraste en Walmart?
She know damn well
No
she
llegué a
bought
comprar
something.
nada, creo.
Says she doesn't think she bought anything.
She know
She
damn
bought-
well
so
she
what'd you
bought
go-
them
what'd you go for?
gloves, that trash
¿Qué iba a
bag.
comprar?
What else?
No.
I think
She
that's
said
all
she went to Walmart
I
trying
think
to
it's
get
all
the
she
same thing she
bought.
bought at Lowe's. The machine.
¿Cuál es
know-
más
She know
barato?
damn well.
But she bought it at Lowe's. Why would she go to Walmart to try and buy the thing she just bought at Lowe's?
She doesn't remember if she went to Walmart first or Lowe's first.
Okay.
That
So
nigga
she's
said,
saying
yeah,
she buy-
bullshit.
she
She
buy-
That
said
nigga
she
said,
didn't buy anything at Walmart.
that nigga said, yeah,
After showing her
bullshit.
the footage that proved otherwise, Detective Kavanaugh circled back to Rooney's cell phone.
But you did buy something, see?
Ah, sí.
You remember now?
No, ahora sí.
Ah,
me acuerdo.
okay.
Do you remember?
Yeah,
Ahora
bullshit,
sí,
bitch.
but
That nigga
hace
said, okay,
mucho.
you wanna
That's
lie
okay,
my
what
he said, you wanna lie my face? I got evidence, bitch. Pictures. Oh, now, okay, now it's clicking. She said, ooh. Oh, okay, yep, now it's clicking. But you just said, no, nothing at all? Nothing at all at Walmart? Nothing at all? Nah, I just walked in, walked out. Alright. Picture. Got her ass. She said,
No sé. Seguro algo de.
Oh,
de
yeah,
de trabajo,
I did.
No sé, plata,
Bye.
no sé yo.
Some
She
shit.
bought. She said maybe
Ese 2 meses y algo.
Okay. Well, here, let me ask you this question.
Okay.
Because obviously now, something's a little off, right? I want to go back to this phone thing because I think we're missing something. You would agree, right? If Rooney's phone is in one place and here you are, and she's not there, what does that mean?
I don't know.
¿Entiendes lo que
What do
dice?
you think it means?
Ella tiene llave para su carro?
No.
Okay. So she's saying maybe she left it in her car because she always leaves her car unlocked. So I asked her, does Rooney have keys to her car? She said, no,
Always
she
mi
always
carro
leaves
está
it
unlocked.
unlocked. I said, but to drive it, do you need keys? She said, yeah. But Rooney doesn't have a key to drive it.
So let's be real. You had her phone that night. Somebody answered it at the house. That's how somebody answered it. Was it you or who was it that answered the phone? Somebody did.
I don't know.
We know that though. You know what I'm saying? Listen, it's okay. Who was it? We just need to know who
I
answered.
don't know.
You had the phone the whole night though, right?
In my.
Go ahead. And it was in your purse.
He said, stop playing dumb,
How
bitch.
did you
Come
wind up in
on.
your purse?
She put. In la
You stuck up in a
She
lie.
put it in there?
You stuck up in a lie.
Next,
Uh-huh.
he asked Ezel about the
He said,
missing
come on, bitch.
$3,000 and how
you gonna stop
Rooney's
lying to
phone
me,
ended
nigga.
up
You already,
in her possession.
You already stuck.
She comes over there to talk to you. Rooney comes over to talk to you about this money, right? And she's upset about this money. She comes to your house to talk about the money.
Mm-hmm.
And she doesn't talk about the money with you. She just leaves.
We don't talk.
Right. So the whole point of her coming over there is to talk to you about the money, but that didn't happen.
We
Right.
don't talk.
And then you thought but see, you told me that the phone might be in the car, but the whole time you knew it was in your purse.
In the purse.
Right. So you didn't. You don't understand what I'm saying? Like, so now you're saying she put it in there? That just doesn't make any sense. She put it in your. What else did she put it in your purse and then she left?
He said, I'm
Does
tired
that
of
make a lot
lying,
of sense to
bitch.
you? That doesn't make any
No.
sense. No.
2
Okay, so she
years,
said
yeah,
when
I
she
ain't
woke
gonna lie,
up
this
the
nigga's fed up.
Rooney wasn't there, but the phone
2 years,
was,
I'm
and it was
pretty
on the
sure.
table.
His ass
And
is
so she
fed
physically
up.
put it in her purse.
Why would Rooney think that
He
you
said,
took her
bitch,
money?
we got evidence,
Mhm.
bitch. I'm over this shit. 2 years, nope.
¿Quién la va a abrir?
See? She said she doesn't believe that there was any money. She said if we listen to the conversation she had with her on Saturday, they weren't arguing, and they were
He not
talking
trying to
calmly
hear
to
that
each
shit.
other. Rooney was telling her that she was depressed,
He
hadn't
not
eaten for
trying to hear that
days.
shit.
And she said that the box was already sealed, and the company sealed it when they got there too. So she's like, there's
Detective Kavanaugh eventually left the interrogation room, and moments later, he was replaced by a female detective who
That
immediately
nigga
asked
said,
Ezel
nah, I'm
what
not.
she did with the money.
Bro, I
she
told you, he's fed up. He said, bro, 2 years of this bullshit, this bitch gonna sit in my face. Say she ain't do nothing. Alright, bitch. I got evidence. He said, alright, someone tag team, somebody else step in. I can't with this bitch right now.
Stole from
Bro,
Rudy.
he said
So what happened with that money? Did you
sub.
spend it on electric bill? Is there any way to recover any of that money? And if not, it's okay, but I just need to know
That
so
nigga said sub.
we know you're telling the truth about it. Does that make sense?
Entendí la mayor parte.
¿Entiendes?
So talk
Porque
to
eso
me.
es insignificante. Todo lo que
Sí.
pasó. ¿Ah?
Pretendía pagar de vuelta.
Pretendía pagar de
Yeah.
vuelta. She did pretend to pay it back.
At one point, the translator
What do you
told
mean
the
pretend to
detective
pay
that
it back?
Rooney said she
How you
did
how you pretend to pay someone
it
back?
but she may have misspoken. Instead,
She
may
said,
have meant to
I mean,
say
I-
that she
I
intended
pretended
to pay
to,
it
but I
back.
just
If
I
so,
didn't,
she
but I
must have
pretended
confessed
How
to
you
taking
pretend
the
to pay
money in a
someone back?
portion of the interrogation which was redacted.
All right, so talk to me. What happened? Tell me about the day, so that way I could clear it up for you, and then we could go forward from here.
Talking about some.
Tenía que pagar renta.
I had to
y
pay
no había
rent.
And that's understandable. I get it. It's a lot.
Ella entiende completamente.
Didn't they just raise the rates in Orlando? Like it's crazy right now.
Trying
What happened
to
to your
get our
hands?
level and shit.
Me quemé
She burned it.
When?
Cuando?
en el trabajo.
Whatever the case,
you burned
Isel
your hand. Oh,
admitted
hell
to
no.
taking Rooney's
She
phone
tried to-
as well.
she
However,
was really
she told
trying
the
to
detective that
get
she
away.
threw it
She
in a
was trying to burn
dumpster
hand
because she
fin-
kept
hand,
getting threatening calls from Rooney's
fingerprints and
daughter.
shit.
But shortly thereafter, she came clean and admitted that she didn't dispose of the phone after all. In fact, she had sent it to the Dominican Republic
hell no.
along with other items in a care package.
What was the conversation? Walk me
Ya yo
through.
le
You
dije
wake
ya.
up.
She told me.
Because you're being honest now, right?
Ya yo
Are
te
we-
dije, yo no voy a repetir lo mismo.
She's
o
not gonna
sea,
repeat it.
Okay, so tell me what happened. So you can understand,
dije.
right?
Sí.
Rooney was apparently approached her at the door. She would not open her bedroom door. And
You
Rooney,
wouldn't open the door, right?
Right. And
Okay. What
Rooney-
time was this?
around 11 o'clock.
Okay.
And Rooney kept questioning her about her money and the fact that she wanted her money, and she told her she would get her the money, but
Okay.
that she didn't want to talk about it.
Okay.
And then after that, according to her, sometime after that, Rooney just left the house. That's why she was saying upset.
Okay. On the flip side, Rooney's over
Oh,
here.
ella trató de romper
Let
esa
me
puerta porque de
in.
verdad
I
la
want to
puerta-
talk to
la
you
puerta
about
se
this
rompe fácil.
money.
La pu-
Right?
Esa puerta con un poquito de fuerza se abre.
She has her phone on her. She's not just gonna leave, put her phone down, walk out.
Ok, me pregunta ella,
Oh,
¿me
yeah,
va a
she's
poner
gonna
una
break her
máquina
ass.
o
Oh, yeah.
ella va a estar...
If you're
No
gonna put her
entiendo.
in the machine, or what you're gonna keep doing.
I'm just, this doesn't make sense to
Hazme la
me.
pregunta ya.
I don't have to
Ella
put you
fue-
on
Nah,
anything
these
about
niggas
it.
are-
That doesn't
Bro,
make
they are
sense.
all
true.
fed
Yo
up
sé,
with
ya,
her
porque
shit. It's like
repetí
2
lo
years
mismo,
of this
ella viene y
bullshit,
repite lo
bitch.
mismo,
You
repite lo
gonna,
mismo,
nah.
repite lo mismo.
We got
I
evidence
just
now.
need-
Start,
repeat-
start. Let's
how
start.
can you
Let's
repeat this
I can't
over and
talk.
over again
Let's
because you
start
haven't
being
been
dead
truthful
ass.
from us from the very get-go?
Eso me
Said,
estresa
bro,
que me
we
estés
know what
repitiendo
you
la
did.
misma.
It's stressful because you've been lying.
De principio.
By then, investigators had systematically dismantled most of
Nah,
Isel's
nah, all the
unbelievable
investigators
stories.
are
Even
tired
so,
of her
they
shit.
still didn't have enough to arrest her or charge her with any crime. But as the investigation continued, the circumstantial evidence against Isel continued piling up. After Isel was released, investigators discovered that she made a number of odd internet searches before she reported Rooney missing. She searched these phrases on December 25th, 2022, between 9 a.m. and 11:30 p.m. Which side of the body is the aorta on? Home Depot and Walmart. Hours for Home Depot. Prices for an electric
She
saw.
did it. Like, bro,
And
she
the
did
next
it.
day, she did this suspicious internet search at 1:40 p.m. What do they do with trash in Orlando?
Bro.
Officers,
her ass- yeah, her
investigators,
ass did
and
it.
forensic technicians
Her ass
executed
did
a
it.
search warrant on Isel's apartment on Wednesday, February the 15th of 2023.
That's crazy.
Si hay una orden.
Orlando Police, anyone in the apartment? Orlando Police, anyone in the apartment? Orlando Police, is anyone in the apartment?
¿Qué es lo que pasa? Yo no entiendo.
And what they found was far worse than the internet searches, the chainsaw purchase, and Isel's constantly changing story. Chemical reaction tests proved that someone had recently cleaned copious amounts of blood from the walls, doors, baseboards, and ceiling in the living room. Much of the
ceiling,
blood
nigga? What
had
the
pooled
fuck?
on the floor, but forensic technicians also found telltale
The ceiling is
cast-off
crazy.
patterns which typically result from attacks in which the aggressors repeatedly strike their victims with weapons like hammers, bats, and knives. DNA test ultimately proved that the blood was from Rooney. Something unbelievably horrific took place in that apartment that day. Nonetheless, authorities still did not have enough
Rest
to
in
make an
peace.
arrest because, without a body, they could not prove that Rooney was dead or that Ezell had anything to do with her
Man,
disappearance. Ezell finally got on with her life and eventually moved out of state. But back in Florida, local, state, and federal investigators were
They let
collecting
her
additional
go.
evidence and putting together a relatively airtight case. Even so, the wheels of justice turn
Nah, I would not
agonizingly
give her
slowly
ass
at
a
times.
chance.
As the years passed, Rooney's heartbroken family grudgingly admitted that her body may never be found and that nobody would be prosecuted for her death and that they would never get any closure. That said, everything changed on November 6th, 2024,
whole
when
year
officers
later,
stopped
bro.
42-year-old Ezell Victoria Gonzalez in
Bro,
Hartford,
I
Connecticut,
don't know how
nearly
they let her go the
1,200
first
miles
time.
or
She obviously
1,930
did it.
kilometers
She
north
stole
of
3
Orlando,
vans, and
where
then
her
the
roommate,
person that
Rooney
got
lady
mad
Rooney
just
Medina Pacheco,
randomly
disappeared under
just went
mysterious
missing.
circumstances
Bro,
on
bullshit.
Christmas Day
She
2
did
years
it.
earlier.
They should have been
Hi,
doing some
ma'am.
more digging into her ass.
Is it Giselle, right? Okay. From Detective Newell. Okay. I have a couple of detectives here with me from Orlando. So I have a search warrant to take your DNA.
Okay.
Okay, but we have to do it at the police department.
That's what they were
Okay,
talking
I have to go
about.
now?
Yes.
Hi. Yes. We have to go now?
Yes, we have to go now. Yes. Ila.
I go with you.
You can drive us, but you got to follow us and stay with us. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna pull in front of you. Detective Thomas is gonna stay behind you, and we'll all go together. Okay. But just do me a favor, make sure you follow us. Okay. Okay. All right. And when we get to the police department, we're gonna explain everything to you. Okay. All right. Do you wanna?
Back at the police station, investigators took a DNA sample and began grilling Ezell about the disappearance.
That nigga said
You told
grill.
a couple people you had a fight, right? We talked to some neighbors upstairs. We got a lot of stuff to indicate there was a fight there. You guys had a fight. That's okay. You can have a fight with somebody.
Yeah, everybody fine.
Sure. So who hit? So like, who put hands on who first? Did she get at you first? Did she come at you?
Yes.
Okay. What did she do to you? She hit you?
Chicken, galleta, una galleta. Ya, no sé más.
I don't know how they didn't crack her ass the first
And then
time.
after the fight, she left and she left.
She giving all the
She said that they-
information. If you just
they were
ask the
punching
right
each other,
shit,
hitting each other.
she gonna say
Actually,
something. I
didn't
promise
pick up
you.
anything. She said that
They should have.
Rooney hit her with her
Bro, they
purse.
should have
She was
done
doing
a
her
lot.
purse,
They should have
and
done
her
way
heavy.
more the
I
first
said, well,
time.
did you pick up anything? She said, no, I didn't pick up anything. So actually, I said,
Okay,
what
yeah.
stopped the fight? She's like, she didn't remember. She was like, we just stopped. I was like, well, what happened? Did she go to her room? Where did she go after the fight finished? Did she leave right away? She said no. She was like, I went to my room, and then I said, well, where did she stay at? She was like, she stayed in the living room. She's like, I think she went to her room and maybe the bathroom. And then she left, and she left the phone in the house.
Early on, the lead detective told Ezell that he knew she had a security camera in her apartment that day.
Tell me about the cameras that you had in your apartment at the time that happened. Where did they go after that? You had cameras in the apartment.
Yeah,
And they weren't
in
just in your bedroom, they were in the living
in my
room.
bedroom.
And you had one in the living room.
No, yeah, I sent to my sister.
So you had those cameras there, right? And you sent them to the DR?
Sí, my sister. Not my sister, to my mom. In the box.
Same box with the chainsaw?
There?
Same box with the chainsaw?
La misma caja con el cortador que compraste.
Now she can hear.
No, porque el otro era
Now
para
she
allá,
can
para
hear.
la casa, la otra casa.
She be talking perfect English, and
Donde mi
then
abuela
they
vivía.
ask about some direct shit. She start, huh?
She said no, that was a different
She
box.
start, huh?
Went to your grandma's house?
Alright, now you can't.
So she's
You
trying to
just
say the
talking-
cameras were
you were
working.
just talking
And
perfect
that's what I
English,
said.
but alright.
I said the
But
cameras were
alright,
working
okay.
very well. I said
You was just
they
talking
were
perfect
recorded before.
English. She start
They
asking
recorded
some
after. I said,
direct
they recorded
shit.
the day we
She,
shipped the cameras out.
Yeah.
I said,
Huh?
it was you on the
Huh?
couch
Yeah.
on the 27th.
Yeah.
I said, so, A, why wouldn't you have told us about the cameras
Right.
and you just shipped them out? I said, and why is the day of the fight the only day missing on the cameras? And she's like, oh, she kept kind of say that the cameras weren't working right. I was like, no, they're working very good. It has a lot of recording on
I'll
it.
show her.
I said, but
I'll
it doesn't
show
have that day. She's like, well, it has a memory card, right? I was like, yeah, it does. I said, and it recorded before and after.
Right.
De cuando empezamos la investigación hasta ahora.
Truth doesn't change.
La verdad no cambia.
But when you tell things that aren't true, you have to remember what you said.
Pero cuando empiezas a hablar mentira,
Let me
tienes
ask
que
you this
recordarte de la mentira.
Sure, you didn't tell us about the phone. What you told us when we sat and talked to you and you raised your hand and swore to tell the truth wasn't true. Okay? However, you also told one of the chefs from Made in Puerto Rico, in a text message, to call her phone. And that's a couple days after. So you knew you had her phone then. You knew you had her phone. See, the thing is, you knew you had her phone that night on Christmas Day because you answered it, remember?
See, they should have had someone like this baking her ass the
At 9
first
o'clock at
time.
night, when her mom called,
It was
you answered
bullshitting
her
with her
phone.
ass the first time.
You remember telling us that?
She know exactly what he's
Next,
saying.
investigators confronted her with the blood
She know
residue and
exactly what
splatter
she did.
patterns found all over the old apartment in Orlando.
They should have had someone.
Have you
They
ever
should have
heard,
had someone
like,
frying her
blood
ass the
doesn't go
first
in, like, no matter how
time.
much you clean it, or
Promise
what
you, she
your
would have
naked
fessed
eye,
up.
it's gonna looks like it disappears, like, but it doesn't disappear. She's like, yeah, well, to the naked eye, yeah, it looks like it'll disappear. ¿Quién te ayudó a limpiar?
Nadie.
¿Tú limpiaste toda esa sangre sola?
Sí.
So I asked her who up to clean. She said nobody. I said, so you cleaned all that blood by yourself? She said, yeah. So I said, oh, this is blood. I said, this is
See?
against the wall. I said, so you had to
I'm
physically
telling
move
you,
that
bro.
to clean that. She's like,
It
oh, yeah,
would've-
we were fighting everywhere. I was like, yeah, but
One
I
person
said,
would have
this is
been
only
frying her
what
ass
was
just like
left
this.
after cleaning.
First
I said,
time
do you
she
don't think
would've
that's a
been
lot of blood for somebody that's a
sitting
serious
up in that
injury?
jail cell
She was
right
like, yeah,
now.
serious cut.
You
Took
don't
a
forget
year,
a fight
2
like that.
years,
That's what I was telling her. I
3
was
years
like-
after
I
the
said,
fact. That's
all this
crazy.
blood
It
is
took
not
3
something
years
you
after the
forget about.
fact
I said, you said you were
for
bleeding a
them
lot.
to just do
You
this
said she wasn't
easy
bleeding a
ass
lot. I
sit
said, but all
down.
this blood, you're gonna
And
remember where that
she's-
blood came from.
Oh God,
I
look
said,
at
if you
her.
cleaned up all this blood,
She's
you're gonna
reminiscing
specifically remember
everything,
that blood. I said,
saying
you
everything.
want to forget. I was like, but you didn't forget. You know.
3 years in the process. By
We're
the
fighting
way.
everywhere. I was like, yeah. I was like, me. You can go
Crazy.
blow for blow right now. I can give you the hardest punch in the world, and your blood's not gonna fly up to the ceiling.
Bueno, pues,
I
Bro,
said, that's not a
God.
normal place for blood to go
Stealing
flying.
is, bro, stealing is crazy.
pues hazme la prueba a ver cuál de las dos es. O sea,
I gotta know what the fuck she's saying.
That's the Rooney.
Blood on the ceiling is crazy.
After that, they asked her about the chainsaw and the internet searches that she did
Oh,
on
that's
December
probably what it was
25th
from,
and
the chainsaw.
26th.
I talked
Yeah,
to her
that's
mother,
nasty.
where the boxes went to, and
Bitch.
both two of her uncles,
You need
and
to
nobody
ride.
got a chainsaw. There was no chainsaws in that box. She's not allowed to
Hablo con tu
send
mamá.
chainsaws in that box. We checked with the shipping
Tu
company.
hermana y dos tíos tuyos.
Nah, that's the only thing I can think
Y
of.
hablamos con la compañía y
For it to get on the ceiling, that's the only
no
thing I
más
can
pero
think
yo no
of.
digo, yo no se dice
Chainsaw.
que tú pones en la
Bruh,
caja.
she's odd.
Porque después te cobran impuestos.
What'd she say?
because I told her, I said the shipping company don't allow you shipping. She said, oh,
Yo
you don't
puse-
tell them what's in it because then they'll charge you.
No, see, but they open them all in customs
Huh?
down there. And
Lo abren allá cuando llega.
we checked on that.
Sí, después te
Abren
cobran.
la caja.
Pero el generador tiene que estar allá.
No, tell her we checked on that.
No.
Remember? We talked to the lady. You were with me. Lady said they open all the boxes when they get to the DR for customs.
Mhm.
Like, what was your fascination with with what happens to the trash in the United States of America and trash in Orlando? Like, all of a sudden, out of nowhere.
¿Por qué tiempo estaba? ¿Qué pasaba?
That
The same
nigga,
day
fry,
I
that
decided
nigga frying
to
her
try to go to an
ass.
uncle that you'd never even talked
That
to about
nigga start
chainsaw.
putting them glasses
What?
on.
Yo creo que fue
Professor
un trabajo
Mode, his
que-
ass start.
No sé, quizás estábamos
She-
hablando algo.
She just,
because
she
maybe
just,
looked it up
she
from
just blank, staring off, thinking of,
What?
thinking of shit,
looked
just
it up
thinking
from
of
work.
shit. She
What
knows,
does that have to do
she
with
knows she getting toasted. She
I don't
knows
know
she getting
how to-
toasted.
At the end of the interrogation, the investigators arrested
Oh, yeah,
Giselle and
yeah,
charged
she
her with
walked out
one count
knowing
of
she was
second-degree
cooked.
murder, one count of
She
tampering
walked
with
out
evidence,
knowing.
and one count of grand theft.
Over
Giselle
with.
pleaded not guilty. As
Over
of
with.
mid-November 2025, she has yet to have her day in court, and unfortunately,
Bro.
authorities have never found Rooney's remains.
That shit's,
We would like to
bro, that shit's lame than a bitch. You're telling me this shit's been going on for 3, 4, if not 5 years? Over that little ass case? Bro, she stole 3 bands. The person that got mad over the 3 bands just randomly went missing. She's literally admitting, saying, oh, they had a fight. Like, literally was saying, yes, we had a fight. Yes, we had a fight. Yes, we had a fight. And all it took was literally a 30-minute conversation of an investigator really frying her ass. And she snitched on herself. How the fuck did she still... Bro, I'm telling you, I don't understand, bro. How they don't be charging these motherfuckers. Yeah, if it was a drug dealer or something, it would be some completely different shit. I don't get that, bro. Well, that is the end of the video. If y'all enjoyed the video, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Y'all know it helps me out a lot. Appreciate y'all for all the support y'all been showing. Christmas is in 2 days. On some cool shit. Bro, I ain't gonna lie, I don't even feel like Christmas, like, dead ass. I'll be just driving around, and I'll be seeing all the Christmas lights and everything, you know, all the festivities and things like that, but, like, I don't know, it just don't really feel like Christmas, to be honest with y'all. But, let me know down in the comment section what y'all got planned for Christmas. I'm probably finna go out of town, chill with the fam, probably. Yeah, that's that's pretty much it. Like I said, it's the end of the video. I'm gonna try to grind a few videos out before I go out of town. Just so like that I don't know, I don't like missing days, to be honest, even though I do be missing days even when I am at the crib. But when I'm off, like when I'm like out the crib, I at least liking to stay consistent somewhat on some. I'm gonna post a video maybe once out of the days that I'm gone. So I'm gonna try to make like maybe 5-6 videos. Try to post maybe 2 days if I'm gone 2 or 3 days, then maybe post 2-3 days that I'm gone. Fuck it. We're gonna try. We're gonna see how I'm feeling after like the 3rd or 4th one. I'll probably give up maybe. But I'm gonna fuck with y'all. I'm gonna fuck with y'all. Peace.